What is up, guys? Yo.
Hello.
Welcome back to Mad King, everybody.
Yo,
What
whoa.
about We're
7
here.
clean seconds. I don't know.
7 clean seconds. That's all we need. I miss Donald.
I can play Donald. What the fuck is up, guys?
Cool, I'm going to blind you next.
She has taken the mantle.
You're taking on the torch. Angel
am
gets
the
healing
ice
shut off,
wizard,
and you
apparently.
get blinded. You're apparently an ice wizard.
Oh, yeah, my goddamn healing. Oh, fuck.
What happened last time, guys?
Touched the beacon.
No,
Bad things.
it's the worst fucking quest. You open up a random chest. And I hate it.
A new hand
chest,
touches
and
the
I run,
beacon.
And then the next chest opens up and it's there again. I'm like, fuck you.
You can't run from it. So last time so right now we're going through the Lone Tower.
It's been very cool so far.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are in Weenie Hut Jr. downstairs.
These guys are in Waffle House in Kentucky.
We threw a chair and she caught it. We're scared.
You see all the people petitioning Street Fighter to make
Yeah,
Waffle
I'm
House
so here for it.
for a map. It's
All I can do is
all the
pray.
international community is like, what does this mean?
All I can
America,
do
why are
is
you like
fucking
this?
Pray that Waffle House is like, yes, because the dude that made Street Fighter, he's already been like,
He's like, I'll fucking do it.
yeah, he's like, I mean, yeah, like if they're cool with it, we'll do it, but like it's up to them, and everybody's like, please, Waffle House, we need this.
PJ Boy, I don't have a wish in mind particularly yet, but if you got some ideas, like I'm down to hear what crazy shit you have in mind.
I would not say that around Illuma.
I've got some like really helpful
thing I'm not
ones
there.
that could be helpful if
You
they
thought
work,
playing a rabbit
but
was
if
hard.
You got some just like batshit crazy
Just a
idea,
hot
like
dog.
I'm for it. Give it to me.
So yeah, we're fighting statues and quite
Magister
frankly
Gwen.
losing.
Yeah. having a tough time.
Uh-huh.
You sent Mark on a rampage though, so he's gonna handle something.
Maybe. Or die.
He's just knocking down statues left and right at this point.
Sorry,
You've got Adara,
Statues are hard.
Adora, strapped to your back. Adara's dead.
Adara's dead.
Yeah.
I want to be welcomed by all race and country. Fuck, you're right. This could be my inn. I could get some dwarven blood out of this.
I just want the clan.
Yeah, so that's where we are right now.
Wish myself into dwarven citizenship.
I could be nasty mean with that.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. You want to have like a little meeting after this? We can
I
pause
don't know if
stream
we'll
real
have
quick.
I don't know if we'll have time for a meeting because we're on right now, and Belrune Illuma is looking at you. The pupils, her eyes blacked out, vacant, gone. It's like she's wearing a mask, but it is her flesh.
Yeah.
And she is asked one question: what do you desire?
Well, PJ Boy is like right on the money, right? Like I've been talking about nothing but that for like the last 3 sessions.
You're a community man.
Yeah. And I look at her with
You
her
take it in multiple
freaky ass
contexts.
fucking eyes.
And you have like some instant understanding of what's going on.
And I'm like, well, I wish to be seen as like, like a blood citizen of every race and country.
I didn't move my dice. Could you hand me my
Your
pink
dice
dice
is pink.
sets? Thank you for my pink dice. Thank you, Wyatt and Adriana, for my pink dice. Not sponsored, unless.
Pink dice or Wyatt and Adriana.
The world may never know. There is just like the briefest moment your knees go a little weak. You feel a pressure in your head. Rack, you see nothing. You just like Belrune says this line, wavers a little bit, and Illuma seems to like blink a couple of times and come back.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's
Neither do I.
She's standing there looking at you and, oh, I can't believe that my brother's been up to so many antics. It's very heartening to know that he's been doing all of this.
Wait, do you not?
coming to rescue me.
You remember like the last 45 seconds?
Yes, very vividly. You were just telling me about how you had bravely paired up with the orcs and had joined in with one of the forces. I believe you called them the divers,
Yeah.
and you had destroyed that huge fort. And I don't know too terribly much, but I had heard it mentioned in passing, and you know, it was mentioned as being invincible.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty good at invincible things.
Not sponsored, unless.
Did I get to the part where your brother's here in the lone tower?
Yes, you've told me that you're currently in party with him, just not in this room, which is odd. I thought that maybe
We got a little mixed up.
how few numbers you were speaking of coming into this horrid place with, that you would have stayed together for
Oh
sure.
yeah, right. It's crazy. It's crazy, right?
But with heroes such great as yourselves, I'm sure you could have all split off on your own and fared just fine.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Aluna,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, we know what we're
I
doing.
mean, we got a little mixed up, but it's all part of the plan. You know, we have rescued you, and that was like objective number 1, I think.
Really?
That's what I'm told.
Thank you.
We should get to your brother. We should find a way to him.
Of course.
Are you good to walk?
I'm good to move around. I'm starting to feel a little more myself. I don't know too much besides the other cell, where I'd lived primarily. I think it's generally this way because it's the only way we can go.
Yeah, well, I mean, keep on moving. We can backtrack if need be, I think. I'm gonna have to like heft you through the window, but
Okay.
let's see come on.
She is like sizably taller than you.
Yeah.
She's like 16, 17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like a solid 3'2".
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, let's go.
Come on, kid. Let's go on ahead and get into initiative again real quick.
I can roll better than a 2. I did.
I wanted that to be a 1, so
I got a 4.
4 total.
Wait, am I adding it to anything?
yes.
You add your dexterity.
I got a 7.
That's almost
More.
twice as good. Limea,
21.
21. A little different than 7. Oozle,
18.
bro, are you okay?
I rolled a 9.
Straight
So
up not having a good time.
18. I rolled a 14.
What's your dex modifiers?
+4.
+3.
Okay. Belrune is 18 high. And NPCs. Ooh, 20
Didn't know
even.
being high was an option for this stream.
Never was explicitly said that we're not.
In Minecraft. Cool. New turn order comes out to the bad guys. Thymea.
Sunday, we were just fucking around playing video games in the server. And we got like kind of fucked up.
I showed up fucked up.
Yeah.
I showed up
Played
not
Smite
okay.
For like, we were in there for like 4 hours.
We were in there for a good long time.
Yeah.
I need to bring our apple juice. We have really, really good apple juice.
Yeah.
Like, actually apple juice, yeah.
Oh,
No,
nice.
well, I'm a little less excited, but
Well, I mean, it's the other apple juice too, but it is apple juice.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
It's very apple juice.
okay, sweet, hell yeah. Now you're speaking my language.
Apple juice with a capital A.
It's like a Haraway apple juice, except his apple juice was really apple juice.
Exactly.
I think my dog's coming.
I hope so.
Good to see you, Weelish.
She's a baby. You guys are going to head to the next room.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I probably shouldn't draw that one out. It's not super important for... Well, no, I will. Because it may become important later.
During the impending high-speed horror game chase that I feel like is coming up.
It is a very large room. You do see there are doors, very tight-knit, lining the wall over here. a doorway over here, a doorway over there. And the room is full of tables, workstations, and there are people currently like in the middle of work, and they all just kind of stop, turn and look at you. They've all got like the clean lab coat style on. There's just this awkward silence.
Everybody get on the ground.
You missed a key opportunity. The correct answer in these situations is always, wait, this isn't the bathroom. And they close the door and walk away.
We're from the Coalition of Fairy Tale Creatures. And we're here to talk to you about unionizing.
Do you guys have dental?
They don't even have dental.
More people to go
Yes.
into the bag. You're so right, PJ boy.
Yeah, you do. You got just the one technician in the back, right?
Two.
Two?
There were 3 in that room,
There
and one
were
of them
3,
is
and
dead.
you did kill one. Civilian
So they only
tokens.
have 5 minutes of air in there right now. It could come
Yeah,
down to
yeah,
maybe a
they're-
minute.
The clock is ticking on some of those lads. Yeah, you walk in, everything goes quiet. People are stopping and like staring at you. Whatever, that's enough minis on the field.
Yeah.
And everybody's just holding for a minute. And Illuma just kind of like squints a little bit. No, I've never been here.
It's all right, buddy. We all forget sometimes.
Well, probably she was unconscious or had a bag over her head, you know?
Yeah.
Mia.
Yeah. So I stormed to that room. Are the statues pretty much all destroyed in there now?
No.
No?
No, you used, what was it, what spell was it that you'd cast? Ice Storm.
I stormed
Yeah, that is insufficient damage to destroy the statues.
in that room.
Now, there are, if you take a second and kind of squint at them kind of thing, you could see scuff marks and stuff like that. So presumably you'd be able to tell the difference. But it would require relatively close inspection
Okay.
to see if any of them change.
No, I'm just gonna cast Ice Storm in the room again.
Yeah, recast it up. Going ahead and Mark's gonna like 5-foot step out real quick.
Have to mark spell as used.
They will listen. 19 points of damage with the 24 previous. Yeah, it's you look back in after casting and you dispel, of course, so you can see.
Mhm.
Yeah. The statues are sufficiently scuffed that if any of them change, it should be pretty obvious.
Okay.
However, right, it's not enough to destroy stone statues.
Yeah, that's it
And
for me.
excellent turn. Belrune, you have told everybody to freeze.
Yeah.
They are all just kind of like taking in you.
Yeah. I'll draw 2 thunderstones.
Yeah.
Like I'll wait for to see who's gonna comply and who's gonna make this a little difficult.
Okay.
I'm threatening scientists today.
Oozle.
I think this will be handy. I'm gonna pull out my scroll of goblins. Painting dungeon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate that scroll and send the swarm of. Right, it should be like we got this from like the army attack of that castle, right?
I believe so.
So there should be a lot of goblins coming out of this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You've got. I'm not gonna do minis for them all. Let's say you got like a dozen little gobos.
Cool. Gobbo's job is to just cause havoc, smash statues. If a statue moves, stab the statue. Simple
Yeah,
commands.
they like stab statue. They're cool with that. They start immediately just pouring down the hallway.
Cool.
Little tiny knives and clubs in hand. They start battering at kneecaps and slashing at faces. They're climbing up on them and doing cruel things.
I really hope that like Gwen gets caught by at least one of these goblins. It won't really hurt her, but it'll just be annoying.
Just
She's
be
gonna be like hiding as a
inconvenient.
statue, and then all of a sudden her calf is gonna get bit by a fucking goblin. Screams out and will look at her and be like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Do you move anywhere?
No.
No, you just want to hang out way in the back.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
She has more health than me right now, so
Guy's traumatized. Okay.
You're not feeling good?
no, not at
How many hit points do you have?
all. I am pretty sure I'm sitting at just sub 50.
Lad.
Enough.
So
Tough times.
yeah, no. So yeah, Goblin Swarm, and that's it for me.
Most excellent. Rack.
I look around at all of them and I say, my highly destructive little friend here is eager and willing to use these thunderstones. If you want to live, please point us towards the exit. Thank you.
No, wait, we don't need an exit. We need an upstairs.
Out of this room. I don't know.
Out of this room. Well, you do see doorways.
Well, which is the right one? I don't know.
This guy here, he kind of like looks around as everybody's just kind of like frozen and waiting to see like which one of these weird geology majors takes point on things, you know? And he kind of like, he keeps his hands visible. He slowly stands up from his little workstation that he was at. And he just goes, "You're just looking for out?
We're trying to get back upstairs.
Is she aware of you?"
Yes.
Sure.
I don't know who she is. Which she?
Don't shoot the messenger, please. We can't help you if she knows. Any of these doors could be out. Any of these doors could be anywhere besides these ones here. And he just points to this long wall of doors. He goes, those are set.
Are those cells?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else in them?
Yes.
How do we? Are they locked?
They're cells.
I mean, like, is there like a lever I'm gonna have to find, or are you just gonna open them for me? Because I'm gonna ask you to.
I can't open them. I don't have that kind of clearance. Who can?
Yeah.
Give me a sense motive. You can roll
What am
one
I
as
doing?
well.
What am I doing?
Yeah. I'll fucking-
Sense motive, the skill check.
Which one is that?
D20.
The fort was in the painting.
We got an 18. Am I adding that to anything? That is 21.
Ooh.
The 19 for me.
Yeah. You ask who can, and he just kind of wishy-washy. He's like, well, you need someone with a tier 3 clearance, and all of us here are only tier 2. He lied.
Yeah.
There is a lie.
Yeah.
You detect
I-
that he is like hiding something.
Punt a thunderstone at his forehead.
Roll an attack roll.
That's pretty decent. 17.
17. Yeah, that hits. Hit him square in the face. There's a thunderous crack that echoes through the room. Everybody like ducks their head for a brief moment. He is like on the ground, clutching his ears, screaming. And this lady like screams, stands up, and runs out of the room. She just like blasts through the door and does
Cool.
not stop. And at that, as kind of like sound comes back to the room and the people's like gasps and screams can be truly heard, this guy here stands up and goes, I have the clearance. I have the clearance. I'll open them.
Go on. I got one more.
I probably wouldn't say that to the room of
The room
What?
of like a dozen odd scientists.
yeah.
I have 10 more. I was lying now.
Excellent turn. Do you move into the room or want to check anything else? I assume that you guys are kind of standing
Yeah.
inside the room at this point.
No, I see right there.
Okay. Fantastic. Enemy's turn. This guy here is going to go up and he pulls out kind of like a sending stone, but it doesn't have the hole carved in it. It's really just, a little magical rune that'll match up
Yeah.
with another one.
It's our standard medieval fantasy RFID
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, yeah, basically. And he goes and he starts insetting it in and kind of like twisting a little combination. So it's a two-parter. It doesn't only have the stone that you need, but you need to know the rune combination as well.
Yeah.
So it's like he's carrying the knob to the lock. And he just gets to work on just a random, just that middle door there. He opens it up, and at the end of his turn, sidesteps over to the next one. Thymi and Oozle, your crew, enemy's turn. This door opens right here, and through it steps a furry shape. It is an ape with its head
Hey.
replaced with a human skull. It spins freely and chatters. Classic callback enemy.
Listen, man, we can talk about that.
We love a callback.
It is going to its round approach, and you feel lucky, Thymia?
I'll take the hit.
Well, I was going to ask highs or lows because you are standing next to Mark. But if you just want it, I'll just give it to you.
Might as well.
Cool.
See? Waffle House. Weenie Hut Jr.
AC
20.
20. That hits. $16 points of damage. And it moved, so that is its one attack. Remember, these are like 3rd, 5th level monsters. This isn't necessarily a world-shattering fight going on. But it does mark the beginning of something.
The world shattering fight, yeah.
The world-shattering fight. Yeah, of course. That's what's going on. NPC's turn, or I'm sorry, Thymia, your turn.
All right.
From the enemies to you.
I am going to cast Break Enchantment on the level 3 monster.
Ooh, yeah.
Because that
What
does
is-
enchantments, transmutations, and curses.
Okay, is it a save on my end, or is it like an attack?
So I make a check against the caster level on it.
Okay.
DC.
Yeah, it's dispel magic, but for enchantments specifically.
$41.
40, yeah. It collapses.
Okay.
And as it collapses, some stitching releases, and you see human body parts kind of just fall out of this skin ape suit that they were wearing. You don't recognize any of the limbs of sport talent kids that you may or may not have met before.
Cool. That's good. I wouldn't have met any of them.
Well, you would have known through growing up kids that had developed sport talents and then were sentenced, that were then sent off to the tournament ring and sent off to the military.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it was through that then your parents were like, "Oh shit, our daughter's a mage. We gotta get her out of here."
I forgot she wasn't at Zelda anymore. You had me confused for just a second, and I was like,
I'm sorry, but your drunken friend is dead.
yeah, she's dead.
A lot of people are dead now.
D-E-D, dead.
I would then like to peek into the room and roll a perception.
Back into the office room.
No, the one that should be really easy to tell if she's in
Oh yeah, okay, the bedroom.
my stormed room.
Yes.
21 to see if I see her.
You do not see all the statues are scuffed, immobile, and obviously made of stone.
Perfect. That's my turn.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Shut the door.
It was a good turn.
Well, no, because then I just have to open the door again.
Well, I guess she could teleport in there. Never mind.
Yeah, she's been doing some
forgot
kind
about
of
the whole
magic
teleporting
around.
part.
Yeah.
And she's not sneaking around invisible Catwoman style. She's
Yeah.
She's just tiptoeing, dressed just painted as a statue.
just that bad at
The
perception.
Scooby Doo episode.
Magic doesn't really exist. You guys just refuse to roll perception rolls, and so I take
It's
your
the
base
fucking-
perception.
Fucking sleight of hand with the cups and the ball.
Yeah. All right. From Thymea to NPCs. Mark is going to continue down the hallway a little ways, and he is going to assist the goblins in some statue destruction. At this point, we can effectively say that the hallway is cleared. Belrune? Oh, I'm sorry. I need to make a circumstance check.
You do that. Pretty good circumstances, guys. I think we're gonna be we're gonna be pretty good.
Life's good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
All right. Anybody without clearance, huddle up in this corner away from the doors. So you guys are spread out, and it's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, they start slowly complying. And as this lady walks by, Aluma looks at her and says, "Hey, give me that bottle over there." And she goes and picks it up and very gingerly reaches it way out to make sure that you guys see she's not that she's just doing what you're asking,
Yeah.
And she hands it to her and she kind of swishes it around a little bit. Yeah, they comply. They move over and kind of huddle up.
Cool.
I'll leave just a single mini on the map for that. Make life easy and clean.
I'll take the middle of the room now then, so that I can kind of peek into that door that was just opened.
Yeah, you go and you peek into the door. You see what appears to be a kobold, and he is shackled. He's got shackles on his wrists, then pinned to the floor, and he is just sat on a stone bench with a little bit of padding on it. There's a bucket in the room kind of thing.
Hey.
Seems pretty out of it. He is this very odd. You've never seen it before. He is this sandy tan color. And he almost has kind of like a desert camo print on his scales, where he has darker brown kind of swirls that go across his body.
Yeah. Is he in range of a channel? I don't want to move more.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna channel energy with neutralize poison. Try to
Yeah.
help him out a little bit there.
Absolutely. He regains some hit points. He is neutralized of the sedatives that they keep through the patients. And yeah, he kind of slowly picks his head up and looks your way.
Hey, buddy, you doing all right?
What languages do you speak?
Almost definitely not his. Dwarven, Common, Ignan, Celestial, and Infernal.
He looks at you and gibbers something back. He seems Confused.
I'm gonna give him like
He like reaches up his hands, his little 3-fingered hands, and he just like one
cool. Yeah.
up. He thinks that he's like, and he kind of like nods a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's confused.
Yeah, it's
This
fine.
guy's gonna be Nug Grug.
Nugrug. Hey buddy, what's you got the next door?
He's like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Fantastic.
I'm waiting for his turn in order here.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Rack, why don't you come help me keep an eye on the guests, you know? And then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Oozle, it is your turn.
I'm going to draw my halberd.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Shoot it at Mark's back.
No.
Oozle's betrayal arc starts.
Top 10 anime betrayal.
No, I'll approach.
He is PJ. That does not mean that he inherently gets to speak all languages.
I'm gonna approach the doors that are on either side of Mark.
Monkey came through this one. That one hasn't been.
Explain. Okay, so what
Touched.
are these? What do these door handles look like?
They
Are they,
look.
are they knobs or are they handles?
They're knobs, and they're very like fine engraved, but they're brass. You know, it's not like some fucking golden doorknob or
Well,
whatever.
no,
you know?
no.
But they are very fine, ornate. Like this is not. It's very odd that you found the ape here because this is not the kind of place that you release.
Okay.
War.
Steal those knobs. That's like, you know, a gold a piece probably. You need the money.
So when
You
the
gotta
ape,
pay your girlfriend back.
when the ape came through the door, actually no, we're even right now. If I want to get my things replaced, then I'm gonna have to pay. Watch yourself. The door that the ape came through, is it still open, or did it like close behind it?
It closed behind it. The ape did not touch
Okay,
the
well,
door.
All right. Well, my original plan is gone now because I was hoping they were handles, and I was going to use my halberd from a distance to like open the latch and push it open.
They're fucking handles, and you can use your halberd to work the that means nothing to me. Right?
Well-
Like, that's fine. Yeah, go for it. Open it at a distance.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll do that then.
Do you want to open them both?
You like,
No.
stick it out in the middle and just go. Eh.
I'm gonna open up the one that the ape came out of.
Okay. The door opens up, and it is magically dark. You cannot see inside.
You have dark vision.
Yes, that is what magically dark means.
Damn.
You just go.
Well,
Mark kind of like turns and looks with you, and then he looks at you expectantly for like you telling him what's in there.
got me beat.
And he goes, "Oh, magic.
Right.
Cool halberd."
Thanks. Yeah. No. I guess that'll probably be my turn, and we'll just.
Okay.
I mean, unless
Taking it real slow.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
fine.
it-
That's all good.
This
This campaign's gone for 3 years. What's one more?
Yeah. Right. Listen, bro. You took away my healing. All right.
He's scared.
I did not.
Ian, don't give me that shit.
I keep telling you guys, I wrote the stats for these characters 7-8 years ago, like at the earliest.
Okay. Well,
I've written a
7 or
lot of
8
new stuff for Mad King,
7 or
but
8
like
year younger Ian
that's all like side
did this
quest
to me,
stuff
so
from like 2+ years ago. I was still writing for Mad King, but it was like all side questy stuff. The main story and these like main big ticket enemies. That was past Ian, and nobody cares about that guy. He was a loser.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking asshole. He took away my healing.
Current Ian's writing all kinds of fun Modern Warfare campaigns and is building a new world right now. So
He's finding new
and
and
just
ingenious ways to
finally
hurt you.
living out his dream of getting through Mad King. Life's good for current Ian.
We hope so, buddy.
'Cause are we like now officially further than anybody else?
You
has
are
ever been?
miles further than anybody's ever been.
Sick.
One
Fuck all
party
the other
has
parties.
assaulted the Lone Tower before, but they did it at a much like earlier time in campaign and had basically no idea what they were like. That was like their opening move to truly hurting the Mad King,
How did that work out?
which was a wild decision. It did
It
not
didn't.
go well.
We had a pretty good time with the Great Plains orcs once.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the farthest I had been previous to this.
All right, yeah, that's
Okay.
it for me. Unless I can huck a torch or something into the dark room.
Do you have a torch lit?
They're not lit, but
Would you
It's
like
lit.
to? Would you like to take a minute and light a torch? All right, you get out your pack, you pull out a pitch torch, and you get your flint and steel and start click clacking. I'll see you in like 10 rounds.
it takes 10 rounds.
It like a minute to properly light.
Could
A
I make
torch?
can I make a survival check to make that faster?
Absolutely. On your turn. Rat. Bill Rune's giving you some like very soft instructions, but you're your own man.
Yeah.
I'm ignoring that for now.
Fucking hostages who?
I mean, they're in a corner. I think they are of no concern currently.
They're just fucking nerds.
They're just
Yeah.
they're losers. Anyway,
They've all got like very well paying jobs and are probably all very highly ranking and respectful in their fields.
But do they get laid?
I mean,
Money gets you a long way with women. Plus, they get invited to all the fancy military balls.
All right,
so,
Steve Jobs, I see
you know. All I'm saying, right? Have you seen like Zuckerberg?
Thanks, Epstein. I know.
Have
who
you
are.
have you seen? Have you seen any of these guys?
Sorry.
no, you're fine. I turned to Uzel's sister, who I've forgotten her name. already.
Illuma.
Illuma. I turned to Illuma, and I ask, "What's the bottle for?"
And she kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, I was just curious about what was inside of it." And she kind of like stops and furrows her brows for a second, and she looks back at the person. What is it? And the technician kind of gives like a very basic rundown of like, yeah, you know, we're currently distilling. It's got a sample taken from one of the prisoners, and we're trying to determine the nature of their magical ability through this magical essay, yada, yada. And she's like, oh. And she turns back to you and goes, it's to figure out what someone's magic is.
And you want that? Why?
I was just curious about it. You guys are, you know,
Seem kind of drawn to it.
you were just doing your own thing, and I kind of figured that I needed something to do. I don't really know, I guess. I mean, it's not like it's important. I'm not doing anything important. I don't know anything about
Okay.
magic or alchemy or anything like that. Do you want it?
No, you can hold on to it.
Thank
seem
you.
to really like it. You're just suspicious. I don't trust your sister.
Listen, I don't.
How do we even know this is your sister? You know?
Yeah, like I don't blame you. There's a lot to unpack with this one.
A lot of trauma there. She's an onion, you know.
Do you do anything other than speak with Illuma a little bit?
What about cake?
Can
Cakes have
I
layers.
roll a
Everybody likes
perception on the room?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't trust its whole space.
Space.
That one. No shit.
Nice.
You're talking to Illuma a little bit about that potion bottle, and you just get kind of like enwrapped in this like technical explanation. 99% of it's going right over your head.
Yeah.
You're not a magically inclined individual by any means, but you're just like, whoa, nerds know big words. And you just kind of lose sight of everything else going on in the room. You
Just
get just
nodding.
you just get
That's crazy.
tunneled into this situation.
Like Good Burger. I know some of those words.
I know some of those words. Enemy turn. The technician speaks with Illuma. This guy here opens a door, and he kind of furrows his brow for a minute, and he looks at you kind of nervous and just like shrugs to himself and goes to the next one. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Wonderful. Up top side. Oozle, you feel a draft, like a little cool breeze coming from the room.
Okay.
And it's like it's chilly. There's definitely like a swamp cooler central air bite to it. I need you to make a reflex saving throw.
Why me? Mark is in front of the door.
Oh, he's rolling too.
Fuck. All right, buddy, you got this. Maybe not with that, but
What you got?
That's not one.
Classic. Makes you feel better. Mark got a nat 19.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it gets colder and colder until a blast of ice shoots out in the room in a very small cone and surrounds you and Mark. It catches one of the goblins.
No.
He was like going to run into the room like, woo, chaos, brah! And now he's just like frozen solid and falling into little chunklets on the ground.
Goblin, no.
Because total damage is, 12, 17, 18 points of damage.
All right. Still alive.
And that is it for up top for now. Thymea. It wouldn't help, unfortunately.
Okay, I step across the hallway and peek into that room.
You peek into the office. Those statues, there's a couple goblins that have charged in there and are currently like picking at them and drawing silly faces on, drawing silly mustaches on the faces and stuff.
Okay.
what are they drawing it with?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
So nat 20 and 25 total.
Nat 20, 25 total perception.
Yeah, just to see if I can. It is one of the statues.
You're scanning through that room. None of the statues that the goblins are attacking, at least, seem to be provoking any kind of reaction. They're only hitting maybe an eighth of those statues, though.
Okay.
Currently.
Yeah. But I continue towards the boys.
You leave the rooms to your back.
That's why I was percepting before I went up forward.
Okay, she's just really good at red light, green light.
She's getting a mustache drawn on her face right now, and she just has like this unbreakable concentration.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I take back my earlier statement. I don't want her to get bit in the calf. I want one of the goblins, like, legit draw a dick on her face. And then, like, when we have the big final boss fight,
It's just like
it's just
Sharpie.
there. Like, even if you win this fight, that's going to be there for at least a week.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic into the room.
Darkness room.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll it.
I'm sorry.
Belrune. I'll let you roll just when you get it back up.
Okay.
That's me, baby.
You're hanging out in there. One more cell's open. That kobold's still chained to the floor.
Yeah.
Rack and Illuma seem to have all the nerds cowering in a corner pretty decent.
Yeah. Be afraid of the little people and that one girl. I'm gonna step forward. I'll take a step forward and peek into that next door.
It is empty.
It is empty.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
wasting my
you
time,
do
dog.
right. Well, none of these doors have windows. And so it seems like, whereas he has access, maybe he hasn't been like regularly accessing the cells and doesn't exactly know who's where or who he even has.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna enter into the space with the kobold?
You step into the cell.
I was gonna perception check the door first before I
Yeah,
cross
absolutely.
that boundary because I don't want to like
Yeah.
get trapped on the other side of this, and then I'm the hostage.
Right. Right.
That's a nat 20 for 41 total.
Yeah, there's all kinds of, enchantments in this room.
Cool.
You immediately, like, it suppresses magical abilities inside the room. There is the ability to remote open and close these doors, remote lock and unlock these doors, not from here but from somewhere else. Yeah, if you step into that door, you are in danger.
Nice, cool. I guess I'll cast Dispel Magic into that zone.
Okay. Yeah, it's too bad Bella isn't here. She could have just like done that for you.
I just gotta set her in there.
Just hold her in the doorway a little bit. Woo.
That's a 31.
31. The anti-magic effect does not drop, but you do feel like you disable the remote locking, unlocking, opening, closing of the door.
And I'll go in there.
And generally speaking, that kind of breaks like the chain. You won't have to recast that for every room.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a puzzle solved.
Yeah. Do I think the anti-magic is enough to break enchantments, or is it just a general like you can't cast spells?
It's a general. It's only going to last a
for the
couple of
time I'm in
minutes.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll step in, start kind of yoinking on the chains, see what I can shimmy.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's the anti-magic suppression.
Yeah.
Everything that's gone through the shackles putting this kobold to the ground are not complicated. It's a very simple lock.
Yeah. I'll help free the homie.
Yeah, he stretches up and he kind of looks at you and he gibbers back to you. And he seems very casual with you, all things considered.
Yeah. Do I know you?
And he just he points to his ear and he points to his mouth. And he just kind of waves his hand and he gibbers a little more at you. What languages do you speak?
I have no idea. I don't think I speak any other
It's
language.
probably just common and dwarven. And
Probably.
orcish. Right.
Just
Cool.
doing-
Yeah. So yeah, you just hear gibbering coming out of that.
Let's see what spells I have prepared. I don't remember. Doesn't matter for this turn, but that's I'll come back out of the doorway once he's freed. And
Yeah, he just kind of trots along behind you. And you step out of the door. He holds your hand.
Oh yeah,
Like
dude.
he just takes your hand
Are we
in
about the
his.
same height?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
he's a smidge shorter.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
turn.
this tan with tanner swirls kobold.
And I've never seen anything like that before.
You've never seen any kobold like
that.
that before.
Yeah.
Usually they are a solid color, and usually it is in kind of the classic chromatics.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, my linguistics is kind of decent. We don't have time for that. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now.
Excellent. Did you get your roll?
I know.
Hey, classic. Yeah, you really concentrate, you focus on it, you cast. And the room unveils itself before you. And Oozle before you and before Mark as well. Going in, it is a decent sized room. You do not see a stairwell out, but there are cables, ropes, kind of heavy equipment pieces stored inside of here. You do not see any statues of Gwen.
Okay.
Now that you've gone, I can do the NPCs, which were supposed to go just before you, but no big deal. Mark kind of peeks and looks in that room, and he goes, "Oh, well, nothing for me to do there," and he's gonna continue down towards this door here, just kind of mopping up those last couple statues down the way, breaks and destroys them. And Aluma, she is sitting there holding this potion that you've kind of questioned her on, and she's asked the technician a little bit about it, and she just kind of turns to him and goes, "Is this like poisonous with its ingredients?" And the technician's like, "Oh, it's very dangerous. It's not like a healing potion or a magical potion. That is absolutely like a danger to ingest." And she just looks at him and looks at it and looks at him, and you see kind of like this wash over her eyes for just the briefest moment. She goes, "Drink it." And the technician kind of like takes a step back and looks at their peers, and it's like, I'm sorry, I can't. I really, that's not safe. And she just, "Drink it." And he goes, No, I'm not going to drink it." And immediately he collapses and starts just cringing and writhing in pain.
Yep. Hell yeah.
There are horrendous howls, and after a short time, he stops, and he is no longer moving. His limbs are bent in odd directions. His skin is sunken in as if the life was drained from him. And Alumis is standing over top him, and she puts the potion down on the table and kind of shakes her head a little bit and just looks back over to you guys.
Is he all right?
Who?
The nerd, the guy.
And she looks, and she just kind of like sweeps her eyes over. She doesn't look down
Yeah.
at all, and she looks at all of them, and she goes,
Right. Why would she?
"They look afraid."
Okay, I'm not looking that way. Just- I can't even see over the tables.
Yeah, that's true. You just heard. Fantastic. Oozle.
All right.
Man, what else should we wish for? $1 million?
No.
I don't know.
Look,
Guys, hold my hand.
Look, Oozle Thought Bubble. Don't. All right. So there's obviously some sort of like illusion magic in this room, but
How is
I
that
didn't know
obvious?
that.
because how did the giant ape and the ice blast come out of this room if it's just an empty room?
Teleportation. Mage map.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Well,
It
I
was the
can't.
only monkey in the room.
I can't particularly.
The wand jammed in the wall.
I can't particularly do anything about that. So I guess I will.
There's just a blast rune on the floor
You could try
right
again.
behind the door.
I'll
You could walk in.
open the other door with my halberd from a distance, like sort of like breach and clear style. I'm like on the side of the wall.
Yeah, you stack up and
Yeah.
you kind of row it open. Yeah, you do so. Let's see here.
Bang it.
Opening into the room, you see that it's kind of like a lavish living room. There's couches, there's some tables, there's a tea set out on the table with some steam coming out of it.
They're all mimics.
And lining the wall are statues of Gwen.
Mm.
All walls.
Put the halberd in, close the door,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm gonna make my way.
Downtown.
Mark.
Walking fast. Okay, you leave the other two rooms to your back.
Yeah,
Cool.
and no, I won't leave him to my back. I'll be like back to back with Mark. He's
Okay.
facing one way, I'm facing the other way.
Do you feel fear now?
Yes.
You like
Are
you
you trembling a
brush
little
your
bit?
back up against Mark's as he's just like smashing with the butt of his halberd one of these statues, and he just kind of like looks over his shoulder like, "You good, bro?"
Yeah, there's a bunch of statues in that room.
Oh, right.
Send
And
the
yeah.
goblins.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my gobos.
Yeah, your gobos continue their destructive
Yeah, no,
path.
I'm gonna assemble the gobos and half
you
of
go,
them
lads.
and like half of them go into that room, the other half go into the other room.
Yeah, you see the goblins walk in. I need a perception roll from you. You can make one as well since you're inside of the room.
Hey,
17.
Where is it?
28.
28. Yeah, you see the goblins, half of the goblins go into the room with just kind of the like coils and ropes and industrial storage. And, at first they kind of spread out and around the stuff and they're kind of looking, and then they kind of like look back towards you confused. Like they just, like they don't find any statues, which is like their sole purpose in life right now.
Well, smash that. Everything is in there.
And they just, they start smashing at things.
Perfect.
The other half of the goblins storm into that room. You're not paying too much attention in that direction right now, but yeah, they'll get on some statue defiling. Rack.
She put down the bottle, right?
Yeah, she just put it down on the table. She doesn't seem interested in it at all. Like it seems like it doesn't exist to her anymore.
Can I have it?
You walk up and grab it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drink it.
You walk over and you
Drink it.
pick it up.
I
It's
got
this kind
plans
of like
for it.
sickly yellow color.
I just pocket it.
Yeah.
I pocket it.
She kind of looks at you as you do that. She's like, "What's that?"
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Can I go look at this door on the side?
This doorway over here?
Yep.
Yeah, that
Kind
the lady ran through.
Yeah, the lady ran through. I just peer out into it.
Yeah, it's half open.
Okay.
You kind of peer into it. It is a stairwell. There is stairs that go up and stairs that go down.
Keep going.
See how far we can go. I don't trust anything in this room.
That's a good call.
All right, I will just end my turn there then.
Okay. NPC's turns. Illuma is going to just kind of walk into the room a little bit. And she looks at you holding the kobold's hand and she goes, "Oh, did we make a new friend?"
He seems to have grown on me. I think he's just really grateful that I've saved him.
He's just like
I don't like
stone staring at her and the technicians.
I don't like speak his language. I wish I could, but it's just not something that I have really spent a lot of time on. So,
I had started looking into Orcish back when I was living at Bronshire. I thought it would be really fun to surprise my brother with, his other half native tongue. I know a couple of words, but nothing crazy.
that's really cool. That's really wholesome.
I only got a couple weeks into some honest studying before I got abducted.
Yeah.
And then my brain's kind of hazy as to what happened after that.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back. I'm sure that you'll even out,
I'm okay with my captivity not coming back to my memory so much.
Fair.
But I would like to go back home and rejoin my studies.
Yeah. Where's like home for you? We what's
Oh,
what's the family like? you know?
my brother moved me to Bronshire. My family had me in Ironshire at the family manor for a long time. They're not very good people.
I'm sorry to see that. I wish I knew, but I don't know my family, so I can't relate.
Oh. Would you like to trade?
I'm sorry.
What?
Would I like to trade?
Yeah, like you can have my awful family and I'll take no family. Ha.
I mean, like I'm sure that would be better than not knowing them at all.
Well, they did experiment on me for an unknown number of years. I'm actually older than Uzel is by a good amount. We're half siblings.
I mean, like
They put me in suspended animation.
You know, you seem like a cool person. If that means that it would lessen your burden, I would totally accept that offer if it was possible.
It'd be super cool.
So anyway, guy just opened an empty door for us. There's nothing in here.
Oh, maybe it was my cell.
Oh, maybe. I hope not. I don't want to like bring back any memories for you.
Oh, there's nothing that I'm gonna remember much from here until now. Whatever you did really cleared that brain fog that I had going on.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, it's been really nice to be present 100% of the time again. That hasn't happened for a long time now. A couple of months at least.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark just kind of looks at you after smashing those last couple of statues, and he goes, "We're gonna have to like take one of these rooms personally at some point, I'm sure."
Yeah, I'm aware.
How do you like? We might want to organize about how we're doing this. I'm not too worried about like taking a hallway solo, but she's a big deal and everything.
Yeah, she's a really big fucking deal.
I'm not a fan of wizards, even though I am one now.
Yeah, 2 weeks. This month.
It's been like a month.
Well, yeah, I guess we're traveling. Yeah, month time. At the end of the hallway, there's like the big door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be wise to fully clear all of this before moving on through the big door.
Absolutely.
All right.
Maybe not. Leaving is always an option.
You guys have not exercised your right to just leave nearly as often as I thought you would have through this campaign. I've put
You
you
mean
I put you
never?
in some hairy situations before, and you guys are like, no, we absolutely have to slug it out.
Because we're the heroes.
That's not true. You did bail the one time when you got Grugnug and Mo killed,
Did
but
I?
then you came back. So
It was a
I did
tactical
not
retreat.
yeah,
you know.
and there's nothing wrong
bail.
with a
I
tactical
slugged
retreat.
that shit out. I don't
Yeah,
know what
that's
you're
true.
talking
Yeah,
about.
you did great. We all saw the result of that.
So
I'm like out of spells too. I'm getting real low.
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
all right.
I mean, out of good, useful spells right now.
Any spell's useful if you use it correctly.
I just, well, I could use all of these spells beautifully if I knew which
Except
fucking
for
one
light.
was her.
There's some spells in that book. Light can absolutely be useful. Light is
Not
a
always,
a
though.
cornerstone spell.
Yeah. It's not one of those like mega utility spells that you can kind of like
Nah.
lawyer into
Nah.
being in your favor though.
Like what I've got left is just like single target spells, and if I don't know which one is her, I can't fucking use those.
So I say we leave the goblins up here creating chaos, and then we go and find the rest of our party and then proceed with the full party.
You want to like backtrack?
I think that's wise.
Yeah, okay, man, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. You gonna break the door down because it was locked.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, you're right.
So we could press ahead, or you can attempt to break down a magically sealed door.
What are you talking about? You got nothing for that.
Magic.
Just remove the door.
It's still magic.
Have you never broken a door before?
Yes, but
Big man like yourself
the
can't
magic doors don't work the same as normal doors.
Can't you guys fuck with magic?
I mean, yeah, I can dispel it. I can attempt to dispel it. That works really well sometimes.
Sounds like a really familiar thing to do. Huh.
Yeah, let's try to dispel.
Bro
the-
almost remembered something.
Do we even know it's magically locked, though? Or was it just locked?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not the wizard,
You
okay?
just jiggled the handle and it was locked.
We're in the wizard's tower.
Now that I've given you handles.
kind of made the assumption. So, yeah, let's go and see. I'll spellcraft the door to see if it's magically locked. So we'll all go to the other, back to the other end.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute to like do a magical essay on it and try to determine what, if any, active enchantments are currently going.
You can just kick it.
Could just kick it.
Yeah, and then I do that, and then it has some sort of bullshit magic like repulsor thing, and then all of a sudden I go flying to the other end of the room and chip away at my already dwindling health.
Like Ready or Not, when you go to kick down a door and break your leg.
Exactly. Like I'm not
Such a mechanic.
so yeah, actually Mark would have an easier time of this, or the actual wizard to do a spellcraft and then assist on it.
22.
Yeah, for one round, there's magic around.
I assist.
Okay.
There's magic around.
On my next turn, I will attempt to dispel it.
Cool. All right, that brings us through those couple of guys. Belrune.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more cell is opened,
Hey, why was this one empty?
and he kind of like he turns and looks. And he goes, "I don't know, man. Prisoners come and go sometimes. Other technicians take them. There's testing. It's a busy place."
Sense motive on that. For a 17.
He seems to be not lying to you. He seems worried though that like you're not going to accept that
Yeah.
answer and be like angry that he can't give you prisoners
Yeah.
if the cell's empty, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't
Um,
know, she was in one, and he just kind of like points over to Illumina. He's like, so at least one of these is going to be
Hey, she's
empty.
got a name. I don't remember what it is right now, but she's got one.
She just kind of like pleasantly turns to you. It's okay. It's a complicated name. My name's Illuma.
Oh, sorry. I'll get it one of these days.
Yeah, it's okay. I like you.
And so let's see.
And he goes, right, sorry, we're not allowed to socialize with the prisoners. Pretty obvious reasons, I guess.
Yeah. I'll kind of step between the rooms. Now that I'm closer, I want to get a better perception of these rooms. Like, is it dingy? Is it dark? And what's it like in here? That's a 39.
They are pristinely clean. Even the privy buckets
Yeah.
are very well kept.
Hell yeah, dude.
They are
Bless you.
sweet. They are extremely cramped conditions, as you can see. 5 foot wide, 10 foot deep holes, basically just a small raised bed that any medium sized creature would have trouble,
Yeah.
could not sprawl out on by any means. The other room does have some anchor points through it for chains as well, though there are no chains inside. Of course, your kobold friend was chained in a position where you would have a hard time laying down and sleeping, kind of deal.
Yeah. They did my man dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll peek into the next room that was opened up there.
Yeah, you peek into the next room. Inside there is no bedding, there is no bucket, but sitting on the little raised stone bed is a jar. And it has this purpley mass at the bottom.
Would I recognize this as a spell jar or as a soul jar?
No.
Okay. The genie.
It's like a mason jar.
Yeah.
It's moonshine.
Little boogery thing at the bottom.
They got my homie locked up. Well, I'm gonna assume that it is sedated as well. So
Oh.
I'll cast another channel with the.
You detect other beings.
Oh.
Do you want to just kind of blanket wake up prisoners?
Yeah. So with the.
So you don't have to use all of your channels.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to give
so
you
I'll
that.
just selectively disinclude dude, bro, because
Yeah.
fuck him.
He's also not injured, so
Yeah, but like I don't want him to partake anyway.
you don't want him to feel better.
I don't want him to feel good.
He might feel slightly better from this, so I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hit it. Immediately, this little purpley mass kind of forms a little bit more of a tubular shape, kind of worm-like.
Yeah. Kind of worm-like, huh?
worm-like, and it wiggles a little bit.
Yeah, like the worm from earlier.
Yeah, a lot like that one that Oozle broke his nose over.
Fucking God.
Yeah,
As soon as he's like, yeah, purple writhing mass, worms.
yeah. I leave that one alone.
You just leave that one in there.
I don't want none of that.
Tells homeboy to close the door again.
Yeah, I actually like intentionally kind of like sweep my foot in to trigger the.
You've already dispelled that. You have to manually.
Yeah,
have it.
I'll fucking. Hey,
Yeah.
you need to. We can close this one.
He just kind of looks at you and he goes, the rune right above the dial. Yeah. And
Zero interest in that. I have too pretty a face to break my nose.
he kind of like, he looks at you for a second and he kind of like nods in approval.
He's like,
He's like, good choice, kid.
so listen, you don't
This
know
is
what
a
the
scary
fuck
situation, but honestly, like, good call.
Cool.
Even the bad
Uh,
guys is like, oh, thank God.
Rack. You're staring at this spiral staircase. You know, you can't see too far up or down. It is well lit.
I really want to go up it.
We'll get
Uppies,
there when we
uppies.
get
You
there.
want to split the party into thirds?
No, I won't. I feel like Uzo
Good
will
call.
be really pissed at us.
You
Um,
just disappear on your own even
You
deeper.
you think you're already not gonna get an ass chewed
Oh,
from
yeah,
this
that-
man when he comes
that
back?
ship is well
I'm
sailed.
trying to lessen it however I
What if
can.
it wants to be a friend to me? I don't trust worms, bro.
All right, I go and scope out the other door then.
I don't
Yeah,
care
you
if it
go
thinks I'm
open
a
up that other
species or
door.
not.
It opens into a rather large kind of warehouse style room, very tall roof, and you see lots of large cylindrical tubes, big enough to house very large things. They're all full of liquid, this kind of off green goo,
Yeah.
Okay.
and there's little
dewormer's gotta be
terminals
scented.
at each
Yeah.
one.
There's gonna be some kind of
Terminals with
parasite.
buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, you know.
Lots of buttons.
Yeah.
To you, right? Not
shit
necessarily
out.
buttons. They're magical.
Well, yeah.
They're magical activation
They're
rooms,
things I can touch.
but they are 100% things you can fuck with. Yeah. You don't see anybody in here.
Just find the release all button and we'll see what happens.
Can I go into that room and make a perception check?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Ian, for me, can there just be like a big red button? We've all played enough video games. There just needs to be a big red button.
That is a 15.
On each terminal, there is a big red button. There are small other buttons.
That's the kill all button.
They do not seem to be labeled in any kind of
course.
coherent language. It's all like technical gibberish words. Either if they're in common, you don't know them, kind of thing.
What are these strange symbols?
Really low.
I was kind of hoping for like the video game self-destruct button that's just not covered on the wall.
It's got the little like flimsy plastic cover.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like
do you
a
approach
caution
one of the
tape
terminals?
around it.
I kind of call out to the guy opening the door, like, "Hey, what's all this for?"
And he just like he turns and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, those are experiments. It's a form of live storage."
That's incredibly suspicious. Did you know that? That's incredibly suspicious to say?
What do you mean suspicious? It's just
Hey,
what it is, I guess.
You see nothing wrong with what you just said? No? Okay.
with a 26 wisdom check, do I think he means the monstrosities
By
by experiment?
You could think, yeah, monstrosities
I'm
would
like-
make sense.
Hey, we don't want those experiments loose. If it's what I think they are,
He goes, no, most of them are very unstable. I wouldn't recommend that at all. I don't work directly in that department, but I've heard,
yeah.
you know.
You seen a Cabin in the Woods, where they've got like the big like stockpile of monsters underground, and they all
Yeah.
get out. That's what I'm thinking.
Love Captain Woods. That's a good one.
You want
So, like, can you cast haste on yourself? Is that something you can do?
if I had haste prepared,
That's a shame. just bolt through the room, just slapping all of the release buttons, and then just bolt out.
And then bail. Excellent turn. NPCs, Mark's hanging out, waiting for you guys to make a decision. He's just kind of watching your guys' back. And
Gobos!
he just kind of says, "Did you hear that?"
I don't know, did I?
Roll perception, we'll find out. Not you. You were busy.
31.
You were only assisting, so there's a chance.
31.
31 is good, but you were busy at the time. Maybe heard like a footstep or something. I don't know. A thud.
Okay, well, in that case, if I heard that, then I would immediately turn around in brace scared position.
Yeah, you spook, and he kind of, Mark kind of like looks at you funny, and he looks back behind himself. The hallway's clear.
What's the chances this bitch can turn invisible?
Pretty good. She's a
Right,
wizard.
it's like a second level spell.
Yeah.
Cool.
She is like the wizard of the Mad King.
I'm gonna huck a grenade down the hallway.
You just have
Yeah.
grenades
I
this
have
whole
s-
time?
I have
What?
I have a lot of explosives. Okay.
Why were we blowing up rooms and
Got
Are
it.
destroying
these
statues?
like the dwarven, or are these those cherry bombs? Which
No,
grenades
my
are these
dwarven
I've
ones
given
were
you?
used with the
Yeah,
carpet bombing.
that's
so this
right.
is just like the cherry bombs.
Okay, yeah. You huck it through, and it flies a little ways into the room, hits the ground, ruptures, and explodes. And bits of shrapnel go all throughout. You can roll damage if you want.
What was the damage on those?
There's like 4d6. Those were those more generic style.
$14.
14. Cool. Yeah, it detonates. Little chunks of stone kind of go flying up from around the area, of course, as well. And Mark just like grabs it. He's like, "Jesus Christ, man!"
Oh, I just meant to specify. I wasn't throwing it into the rooms. I was throwing it like down the
Yeah,
hall.
down the hall.
Oh, okay, cool.
You did specify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it ding, 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 right down there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it did that.
All right.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, I'll just tell Mark, like,
You're him.
she could probably turn invisible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But it's
Yeah.
okay because I cast a spell on myself that allows me to see invisible people.
Oh, you can do that now?
Yeah, I'm a wizard.
Nice.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
Oh, shit, I could have dispelled that door. Huh.
Nate.
This is going to take some getting used to, man.
Guy's learned a lot about himself.
Excellent turn, Thymea.
Perfect. That's not
The enemies are up to things.
23 to dispel the door.
Yeah, you cast.
And kick it.
Yeah, you give me a strength check.
I was shouting at them to kick it. I don't even
Dainty little wizard.
Yeah. 10.
You're like,
I hit it.
hacha! And then you're like, yeah! And you just, and the door just, nothing.
Why don't you try the lock again? Now that you dispelled the magic.
It's not my turn anymore.
Luckily,
You
luckily both of us were facing down the hallway, so we didn't even see what happened.
You're sitting there, you set off this grenade, and Mark's like covering his ears, and like just as sound's coming back to you, you hear, yeah! Right behind you. Thymea is standing in front of the door.
You get it?
Yeah. You just gotta kick it again, because it's a very strong door.
You loosened it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It loosened it for you.
I'm trying to open it on my turn.
Okay. Belrune. There is a bad guy turn that happens, so there is one more cell that is unlocked. I don't need to keep drawing these. Just move them over to the next square.
Yeah.
Worm has been resealed, and you peek into the new room.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an elf.
Fuck, do I even know what an elf looks like?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you've read.
Yeah.
Right. And this is like obvious.
It's like
fits the
textbook.
description.
Fucking
Fits the
Keebler elf
description.
looking ass.
He looks old. He is ancient. He is wrinkled.
Yeah. Is he awake and aware?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is like coming to actively.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you. Do you speak Elvish? No.
No, dog. Who does
right.
these days?
Yeah.
Like-
He starts in this very beautiful kind of like from the minute that he opens his mouth, you can tell that it's like poetry.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm like bopping along with
Says
kind of
something
like
to you,
rhythm, you know?
And he kind of bops with you, bopping as he speaks.
I don't know what you're saying, bud.
And he is not chained down, but he does not have hands.
Well, that'll do it.
And he just kind of
Kind of
like
hard to chain nubs.
he stands up and he takes a step towards you, and he reaches out his nub and kind of looks down and he goes like,
I know a guy who can fix that, I think.
he furrows his brow at you for a second, and in common he says, "Brother, why do you not speak the tongue?"
Well, I never had a chance to learn. This is my first time meeting an elf.
Oh, fucking A.
He like stoops down, and he is just like squinting at you hard, and he kind of moves his head to the left and to the right, and he goes, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I've mistaken you for somebody else."
That's all right. I mean, it happens sometimes. You know, I just got one of those faces, I think.
It's about to be a whole fucking thing now.
But so but yeah, like I can, I think I know a guy who can help with the hands thing.
Oh, that would
Um,
be greatly appreciated. I've been in suffering for a long time.
Yeah, that's what she was saying too, and I'm sure this little guy,
Illuma's like standing in the middle of the room. She's just like,
I'm sure this little guy's been suffering too for a while. I can't understand him, but I assume based off of what Illuma has said about this place. Yeah, do you know how many like other this one cell was empty? Do you know if there's any more like people?
I'm sorry. I don't believe that I'm familiar with this facility
No,
at
it's-
all.
I understand.
I was with my people for who knows how long in
That's
the
gonna be a tough one to break.
torture chambers after our imprisonment.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'm with these guys who are helping put a stop to all this. So we're gonna get you out of here. Okay. We're gonna open the rest of these doors because I don't want to leave anybody behind except for that thing. That's a worm. Don't go in there. It's bad. My friend broke his nose because of one. Well, it was like his whole face actually, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
So yeah, if you just want to hey, do you guys have water in here? I'm like shouting to the cowering folk in
Yeah,
the corner.
there's one of the tables has just kind of like general break room
Yeah, yeah.
style.
Get like some water. I'm sure there's like some snacks.
He looks down at his nubs, and then he looks back at you and he goes, I will-
Illuma will probably help. She's pretty kind.
"Of course, thank you."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he exits out. Illuma goes over to the little break room table with him and pours him a little glass of water.
Cool.
Rack. You're checking out that magical terminal in the other room.
Really want to press the button. Hey, Belrune, there's a bunch of things in here.
Yeah.
Cool looking.
I heard you ask the guy about that, and I'm more than down to let you press all of these buttons, but we should wrap this up first.
All right. So I asked the dude with the opening the doors. Is there any way to do this a little faster? Even just a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous. It's just taking some
It's
time
okay.
to
Deep
input
breath,
the
deep
code.
breath.
I'm going as fast as I can.
All right.
If you find somebody else with clearance, we could have two people opening the doors for you, but
Yeah.
I'm the only one here.
When I channeled energy last
Uh-huh.
to neutralize poisons, did I feel like the tug of how many people there were in these rooms?
No.
Okay.
All right, then I guess I join the two others at the snack table.
You abandon the
Yeah,
far
yeah.
room. You don't want to keep looking around.
No, I'm bored now.
Okay. You're bored.
I just remembered something.
You could press not the big red button. Right? Like that has to be those have to be like, rather mundane things that happen. And maybe they'd be interesting and not catastrophic. Maybe there's something else in the room. Cuz there's other there's it's just not like anything that's drawn your attention yet.
All right, go back into the room and I look for anything that doesn't look super cool.
That doesn't look super cool.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Make perception check. That is gonna be. Oh wait, that's a 9. 12.
Yeah, as you just kind of like wander through the room here, there, picking things up off the tables and putting them back down. There's a bunch of like coffee mugs, world's best dad bullshit like that. Just boring things. Photos of people's families and stuff. Just nothing special. You walk by, there's that one technician cowering in the corner, but like, whatever.
Not a threat.
Yeah.
All right. Then I just look longingly at the big red button.
Yeah, you do so. The guy sitting in the corner just is like staring at you now, just big, eyes huge in terror.
I ask, hey, you ever
Pleading
press one of these?
eyes.
One of the buttons? Yes.
What do they do?
Don't hurt me, please.
I wasn't planning on it, but now you got me thinking about it. What do the buttons do?
Let's get you thinking about those buttons. He makes his way over and he gives you like brief explanations of like, and this checks the temperature, and this is a quick clear coat that goes through so you can view the specimen, and this is the release button. This is detachment of the tube for mobilization. This is that.
Mobilization. Are there any more of these somewhere?
Oh, yes. There's a lot.
In this tower?
Some others in the tower. There's 2 more laboratory rooms like this throughout.
I don't think we're getting all the prisoners.
Then there's other facilities through the kingdom as well. We usually teleport between them if we're needed.
Hey guys, that was another episode with D20 House. Was I in this one? Well, it was a great episode, all right, guys? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that way we can keep making more of these, and maybe I'll be in some of them.